I call the City of Lawrence Police Merit Commission Board to order. Robert, would you do the pledge for us, please, sir?
Absolutely. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. We do have a quorum. We have 4 here tonight, so we're good to go. Any comments or notes from members? Mr. Crouch?
No, sir.
Ms. Powers?
Nope.
Ms. Garden?
None.
All righty, we'll move on. Chair would approve, Chair would like to hear a motion for approval for minutes of the regular meeting from December 9th, 2019. I know they've been submitted physically in front of you, plus electronically. Anybody have any additions, omissions, or motion to carry the minutes?
Move to approve the minutes.
We have a first, we have a second.
I'll second it.
We have a first and a second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The minutes are approved. We next come to the election of officers. Okay, so at this point, we'll open the nominations for officers. We will start at secretary, go to vice president, and then president. So for the office of secretary, do we have a nomination? I will nominate Karen Powers, if she will accept.
As long as Kathy's on board, yes, I will.
Yes, ma'am.
I am more than on board.
Second call for nominations for secretary. Third call for officer secretary. None being. Move on. We now open the nominations for vice.
vote.
Since we don't have there's not an opposition to it, you don't need to.
Oh, okay.
Now we're open for, as I was saying, vice president. So the floor is now open for nominations for vice president.
I nominate myself, I'm sorry. I was going to nominate Gail.
There you go.
Oh, I'm sorry, can I?
All right, Gail has a nomination, seconded. Is there any other nominations for vice president for a second? Third call for nominations. None being, Gail. Now nominations for president are now open. Any nominations for president?
I nominate Charles. I'll second.
Thank you, I accept. Any further nominations for president? Second call. Any further nominations for president? Third call. None being. Since all the offices are uncontested, by unanimous consent, secretary shall be Ms. Karen Horth Powers, vice president Gail Garten, and myself, Charles Wheeler, as president. Unfinished business, we have none. New business, if you'll be handling that tonight.
Yes, Chief Hoffman's not able to attend. Congratulations to the new office holder, or not new, continuing office holders. Very exciting. We wanted to notify the commission that the last applicant that we had asked for a conditional offer has accepted that conditional offer and is now a member of our department, enjoying his start at the Indiana Law Enforcement Academy. So we have fulfilled that conditional offer. It has been accepted. It was no longer conditional. Notify the commission of that.
Thank you, sir.
And we also wanted to ask that we certify the top 3 eligible sergeant candidates. Candidates numbers 2961, 7102, and 8144 on the current promotion list. So the certification of the top 3 only. We're not yet requesting to promote any of these 3 candidates.
All right, sir. At this time, the chair will open up for a motion to certify the top 3 sergeant candidates, 2961, 7102, and 8144. Do I have a first?
I move that we certify the top 3 eligible sergeant candidates as identified.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? You have your certification, sir. Thank you. And performance recognition.
All right, well, I would ask Detective Mike McKenna to join me here beside me, please. And we're always excited to do these performance recognitions for our officers and detectives. And this one was actually submitted by a civilian who I'd asked to join and invited to join here, but he's probably busy running his business as we speak. But his name is Mr. Paul Ziliak. He is a former Marion County Sheriff's Deputy and IMPD officer who is now the manager at the Easy Pond. And he actually contacted us and notified us of and recommended Detective McKenna for this performance recognition. So we're always excited when citizens we serve, nominate or ask us to recognize officers and detectives for their performance. So I'll read you what Mr. Ziliak requested. On December 19th of 2019, Lawrence Police responded to the Easy Pawn pawn shop at 8028 Pendleton Pike to investigate a theft from a business. The manager there, Mr. Paul Ziliak, who again I indicated was a former Marion County Sheriff's Deputy and IMPD officer, reported that a male came into the shop and asked to look at a ring valued at nearly $12,000. Once the male had possession of the ring, the male ran out of the pawn shop and escaped in a vehicle. Prior to being shown the ring, the male presented an Indiana identification card, which was later determined to belong to a person currently incarcerated in prison. Kind of a tough start to the case here. This incident was assigned to Detective McKenna, who joins us here this evening. We made contact with the manager there, Mr. Ziliak, obtained surveillance camera photographs of the suspect. Based on those photographs, Detective McKenna researched through a database containing literally hundreds, if not thousands, of photographs until he located the person he recognized. So in looking through this database, he recognizes the person who he believes matches the person from the surveillance photographs. Detective McKenna prepared a photographic array of 6 photographs, including the photo of the potential suspect, and showed them, separately of course, following established court-approved procedure, to 3 different witnesses at the pawn shop who observed the suspect steal the ring. All 3 witnesses identified the same suspect as the person who stole the ring. So all told, within about a week of this incident occurring, and this is the week of Christmas, by the way, so, always ensure, some are enjoying time off during the holidays there. Detective McKenna took this case from an unknown suspect using an incarcerated person's identification card to presenting this case for charges to the Marion County Prosecutor's Office. And the prosecutor's office did file 1 count of level 6 felony theft against the suspect. That case is pending court adjudication. Mr. Ziliak sends me a very lengthy email commending Detective McKenna for his tenacity. It really exemplifies our entire investigations division and really our department. I would submit that we get more done with less than most other departments. So we thank Mr. Ziliak for submitting his accommodation, and we certainly commend Detective McKenna for your diligence, your tenacity, and of the nice certificate here that the chief and President Wheeler signed. So please join me in commending Detective McKenna for his diligent efforts there. On the surface, it may not sound like much, but going through, taking the time to go through and look through literally hundreds, if not thousands, of photographs, that's a lot of tenacity there, and certainly exemplifies our investigations division, as I said before. Well done.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Any further comments from you, sir?
The only thing I would remind everyone of, and including each member of the commission, we are accepting applications for our 2020 Citizens Academy. We'll be accepting those through February 2nd of 2020. Citizens Academy is a great opportunity to learn how your law enforcement agency and law enforcement agencies really around the country operate, but we're pretty proud of ours, of course. And so we would invite anybody who lives, works, or plays in Lawrence to submit an application. They can find that online, and they can follow any of our social media or go to the city's website, cityoflawrence.org, and find that application there. Again, we're accepting applications until February 2nd of 2020. Citizens Academy runs every Thursday starting March 5th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Thursday for 12 weeks. Actually, we extended it by popular demand and feedback from former attendees. And Ms. Walton is a former attendee, and she's nodding her head in the affirmative. We started off at 8, we extended to 10, and we got the feedback that we want more. So we're doing it for 12 weeks this time. So we would encourage anybody who's interested to please hop online, submit that application, and come and join us at our 2020 Citizens Police Academy.
We will pass that information on. I'm actually surprised you weren't already filled with your Live PD following. I figured people would have just shut that thing down the minute you opened it.
Well, I think many people, it's a busy time of year, and they're probably waiting till the last minute, like many do, to apply. So, we do still have several openings left, where the applications are open until February 2nd. So we encourage any and all who are interested to please apply.
Thank
So
you,
will
Chief.
they meet at the community room at the LPD versus here?
Yeah, that's one of the exciting things with our new building is this will be the first Citizens Academy to actually meet on a regular basis there at our new building. We'll utilize other facilities as well, of course, but the majority of the meetings will be there in the community room at the new building. So it's a great opportunity to see that, take a peek behind the curtain
Oh, yeah.
into how our department operates and how law enforcement in general is trained and operates.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Citizen comments. We have no citizens in the room. Except
We've
for
got
our guest,
3.
Pardon. Our guest, all right. I'd like to remind everybody that our next stated meeting is February 10th of 2020. And with that, we're adjourned.